Alright, what's up guys? I'm doing my first in a series of character builds. I'm going to be doing one every day, and today is top meta Max. I'm going to show you, he requires extremely little investment. You can likely build him to absolutely wreck stuff with just whatever you have laying around. I'm going to prove that. So let's get into what you need first. You're going to need his weapon, One Shot to Flatten Them All. This is free. You can get it from the exchange store. I believe it's tokens. Yes. So you get it right here. It's 700 tokens, which you should have just by playing the game. Getting through most of the base content, you should have more than enough to get the gun. And the reason we get the gun is for the rocket barrage right here. The top thing, ignore all that. We're not doing any thunder stuff. It does not matter. The game really wants you to play him with thunder, but we're not. So we're going to be doing this ultimate rocket barrage. It says the higher magazine capacity, rate of fire, and projectile count, the stronger it is. So those are the three things we're going to be building. We're also going to be building weapon power. So I'm going to go over here. Now your L1 gives you all these crazy stat boosts, and I'm going to be showing you the best way to take advantage of that. That's for those not on PlayStation, it's your minor skill. Primary skill we're not really going to be using. It doesn't do anything. And ults, we're not going to have enough time to use it because everything's going to die. And the passive we're going to have. So what I would do is I would just farm Frenzy until you get this. It doesn't matter if it's blue, purple, gold, red, it doesn't matter. You just want that blood boil. Is it necessary for this build? No, not really. It just helps. Especially if you're just trying to speed run COD. It does give you some nice buffs. Here, let me pop this really quick. So I just got everything enabled. Gun, you want Power Surge. Each weapon attack hit grants Power Surge. If you want to build max, I would get this rank 12, which might just require a little bit of investment. You just want to find a weapon. Let me click this. You just want to find a weapon that's got like either an equip upgrade 5 or an energy boost 5, and then you just put energy on it, and you have a 50-50 chance to get Power Surge Strike. But you don't need it, because you'll clearly see that I don't have it. The only reason you might want it is if you're maining max, and you want to do CA. So that's your gun. For this, it honestly doesn't matter. I would just put on whatever you're using for your duos. Duos, again, really don't matter that much here. They'll matter a little bit if you're trying to min-max your max, if you main them. But I would try to get Well of Fortune. If possible, rank 12 that. That's going to give you massive damage. You don't need to worry about, like, there's some nice reloading ones. They can give you some extra weapon damage. Some people might even rank 12 Enduring Uplift, but honestly, I think Well of Fortune is a little bit better for him. But running both isn't bad either, so this is fine. Boots, you absolutely want to rank 12 this. I didn't min-max this, I just happened to get this without needing to reroll anything. You can see how many reds I have. I just got lucky. And if you look at the stats on these, like, it's nice to have weapon damage or magazine capacity or reload rate on them because of the gun effect for the rockets, but you don't need them on everything. But obviously, if you're maining max, you definitely want to try to get those. And the reason you want these boots is because it's got additionally increased weapon damage by 73%, and then that's going to go up even more because of the +5. Tooltip doesn't show that currently. I don't know if it's a bug, but trust me, it helps. For gear, you're mostly looking at passive perks. Double max's reload speed and rate of fire is obviously extremely good for this build. Cold spread does nothing for me. Doesn't matter. No KABOOM for me is decent on him because he doesn't have any health. The extra shield really helps you, not die. You'll be killing all the COD bosses in like a second anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But if you want to do like CA or something, you want no KABOOM for me. This is honestly, I only picked this because it's got weapon damage and magazine capacity on there. It's just, none of those perks do anything for me at all. You want Enduring Power if you have it, or anything similar. Enduring Power is the legendary perk for energy, so it's only going to drop on reds. But there's other good ones. There's other ones that'll just increase your power surge stacks, usually by like 2 or 3. I think there's one that increases it by 5. I'm not even using any of them right now. Like I said, you want to do this if you're min-maxing him, but this doesn't really do anything for me. At maximum R1 primary skill charges, because I'm not using them, it increases my weapon damage. So that's again increasing my weapon damage. And then I got, weapon damage and magazine capacity on that. This is just all damage. That passive doesn't even do anything for me. Like, this is literally just spare parts. But like I said, those 4 things, you want to get those 4 things. That's the most important thing. Now, Emergency Reserve is really, really good for max if you're doing a boss that's got multiple phases, that has like an invuln phase in between, because then you can pop your L2 for phase 1 and for phase 2. And if you have this thing that increases the weapon skill charges for L2, it restores the cooldown while you're using the weapon because you have the extra charges, so you can just infinitely use his rounds. It's extremely overpowered. If you're trying to run CA 70 with max, using the meta build, you're probably going to want this. Alright, so that's, you can see that it's my trash build. So with that, let's go over his potentials. And I'm going to show you which potentials are good and which ones aren't. So obviously, increased projectile count by 2. Even though it reduces the damage by 35%, that's probably one of the best ones you can get. So you really want that if you can get it. Weapon skills are disabled. Obviously, you don't want that. That's bad. The missiles, I don't think they really home in on weak points. You'll probably hit them because they do a little bit of splash damage, but they're not a top priority. This is the Emergency Reserve I was just talking about. That's really good. Rapid reload. Obviously, that's really good because reload is one of your things that you're building on him. The skill damage we don't really care about, but the reload speed is nice. I would say this is probably like towards the bottom of your priority list when you're looking for these, but it's still decent. Rate of fire, obviously really good. Having the weapon damage, not great. I would say this is better for some of the longer modes, like if you're doing actually maybe it's not even really that good. 80% rate of fire for half weapon damage is not good. I'd say don't do that. That one's, you're gonna have a lot of shield as max. Even with my trash build, I got like, I think it's almost 5,000 shield. It's 4,500 maybe. And that's up to 900, so that's instantly going to be maxed. So that's pretty good. I would run that if you can get it. R1 primary doesn't really do anything for you. So none of these. Now your minor skill, you're not worried about damage because your minor skill is affected by your critical ability, because you need to pop your L1 to get your critical buff that massively increases your crit damage. So getting this more frequently is useful, but I wouldn't say it's extremely necessary. And you don't need damage or anything like that. Now, this one's decent because it buffs all your enhancements, and you're going to have them all constantly anyway because of your passive chip that puts you at 1 health. And it gives you an extra skill charge, so you can keep it active a lot of the time. So this is a pretty good one. I would try to get that. You're not using your ultimate at all. Don't worry about it. There's that blood boiling. You need that. A lot of these other ones I think are tied to the skill chips. I don't know exactly which ones. This one is not. So if you can get this, I believe it's on jewelry. It might also be on armor. I don't couldn't tell you there. But that one's absurdly good. Get that one if you can. That one's crap because it's skill damage. Don't care about evasions. Don't care about perk damage. Oh, that one is insanely good. Honestly, anything that's got an X2 is going to be significantly better than a percentage increase, because the percentage increases are all additive, but the multiplicative ones go on top of the percentages. And when you multiply buffs together like that, they go through the roof. So you definitely want to get that one, if at all possible. And power increases your weapon damage a little bit. But it's V health lost, and having a maximum of 1 health, it doesn't do anything. At least I'm assuming that's how that works. So don't take it. And that's pretty much going to be it. I mean, we can go through the perks, but like I said, you pretty much just want to do weapon crit damage, weapon damage, reload. Now there is... now the magazine capacity one is really good on him. It ends up being like 100 and... It's a lot. I think it's 120% more magazine capacity with that if it's at rank 7, which is kind of bonkers. So that one's really good. There's... trying to remember which ones are, but I mean, it'll be pretty obvious. Obviously, you want to run energy on him. You want to get all the ones that give you more purge stacks. Now there is one that gives you more purge stacks faster. You don't need that. You're going to be building your stacks almost instantly because he fires so many rockets at the same time. You don't need more power surge duration because you're going to keep the stacks up. Trust me. That's the one that gives you extra stacks per hit. You don't need that. There is one this one is really good. Each stack increases weapon damage by a lot extra, and when that's at rank 7, that's huge. But yeah, most of these you don't need. It's just those few that are really good. Now there's a couple good duos that I'd like to point out. This one is absolutely insane. It's another multiplier, so you really want that one. Let's see here. Yes, this one's good. Increased damage by the same amount granted by power surges, and because your stacks are going to be maxed out, that's really good. So both of those, I don't think any of these other ones do much for you. Yeah. As for the crit ones, if you have the deceleration one that I showed you, you can roll. If you remember, you can roll to apply decelerate, and then you're going to double your crit damage. So that one's really good. This is Scorched Earth. I don't think a lot of these do much. This is only if you happen to have something that's applying Stellar Mark, which you probably won't with the build that I showed you, so that one's not super great. I don't think any of these other... Yeah, those are the other ones that I just showed you. Mixed with the other one. So that's going to be most of what you're using. And of course, if on your armor you get like a random one that just happens to boost your attack damage, like I think there's a couple of them like in here that do that. But I mean, for the most part, just put on whatever you think is gonna max out that weapon damage. So with that, let's pop up. So, what direction do I have any? I think I do have a few. Let's I'm just gonna show you Devourer real quick, just because he's hilarious. And you'll see how this build works. And remember, I have a pretty bad build on this. I used spare parts. I didn't upgrade anything with chips. I didn't min-max anything at all. I'm missing weapon damage on like half the equipment that can have weapon damage. So it's kind of insane. But get this nice running speed here. And his R1 refreshes really quick. So if I pop it there, honestly, I'll have it by the time I get back in the boss. You can pop your L2 to get your rocket started as you're coming in. And he's dead. So there you go. And that's Max. And that's why he's meta. So I hope you guys learned something today. If you guys want to see a specific character build, let me know. And I'll work on that. My plans for the next ones are going to be Gloria. She's my main. I'm still missing her legendary perk, dude. It has just not been dropping. I've gotten over 20 legendary perk drops now. I got triples of almost everything, and I still don't have a lightning one. I'm going to be doing a blade probably after that. I have an Aurora build in the works that I think is going to be pretty good, but I got to do some testing on that. Colonel's pretty bottom tier. I'll get to him eventually. Yuri's got 2 builds. I'm going to be doing both of them. One's her ult build, one's her skill spam build, because her skill spam build is top tier right next to Max rocket build. So I'll be doing that probably sooner than later. I'm eventually going to be doing a Diana build. She's pretty up there in the meta too. I think she's number 3. But I just have to do some experimenting with her because I don't just steal build and post them. That's not my style. But I'll definitely be posting a Diana one. I do have a support warrior build that is super fun that I want to post. It's really good for like frenzy. Granted, my lightning one, you can just drop turrets and basically fall asleep in clear frenzy on tide mode. But the other one's pretty fun too. It's a stellar security build, and it freezes everything. So honestly, I would say that's more for top tier support in like high ranks of CA. But my lightning build, when I'm done with it, I'm very confident that I'll be able to clear up to CA 70 with it once I get my legendary perk. So hopefully I get that sooner than later. And then my last builds that I'm going to be doing are Heckneys and Rubella. And then I'm also going to be doing some shorts on all the Arbiters. And I'm just going to be going through all the Arbiter perks and explain what all the abilities do and like kind of what kind of characters you want to put them on. Just to kind of help you figure out how to build characters for yourselves. Because I like to not just blurt out, this is the build. I like to teach people why it makes the build good. And with that, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Like I said, I want to do one every day. So if you want more of these videos, remember to like and sub, and I'll catch you later.